All right, we are ready to start our actual book. We're going to take a little break from our box. We're going to do a couple more things with the box, but right now we're just going to work on our book. So you're going to cut 2 pieces of chipboard that are 8.5 inches by 8.5. You're going to cut another piece that's 2 inches by 8.5 inches. And then I actually, you can see I use this very thick chipboard for my book. I also used that for the box. But I actually used just a piece of cereal box for this other piece, which is 1 7/8 by 8 1/4. So just going to put that aside right now. And you're going to cut the basic pieces for the outside of our book. And let's see, you're going to have, sorry about that. You're going to have 2 pieces that have score marks around all 4 sides, and then you're going to have 2 pieces that are going to lay over that. Then you're going to also have the pieces for our binding. So we're just going to put the binding pieces aside. I'm going to grab the first piece that has the 4 score lines, and I'm just going to fold this on all 4 score lines. We're basically going to be wrapping our book like a present, sort of. And of course we've done this with almost every book just to get, a base for a cover. So this is going to sit right inside here, like that. And I'm going to use the score tape. Now before I glue this down, actually, I'm going to put some glue underneath here just to give it a little more strength and sticking power. I'm just going to put a little glue there and then get this inside. Okay. I got this score tape at Amazon. They had it 3 rolls, a 3-roll pack that you could get. It was pretty inexpensive considering. The red tape is much more expensive. Okay, so I'm just going to give that a little rub. And we're just going to peel this off. And get that on there like that. Okay, there we go. And then of course we need to get this glued on the top just like this. So I'm just going to put some glue. And the reason I'm not using the score tape is I seem to myself have a little bit of a challenge of getting it on without messing it up. So I'm just going to use glue. It's a little bit more forgiving and gives me a little bit of a chance to maneuver this thing to get it to fit just right. But of course, if you wanted to use score tape, you could. Okay. All right, so that's one. And we're going to do the same thing for the next piece. I'm just going to get these folded down. And now we're going to work on our hinge piece. You're going to be using the 1 7/8 by 8 1/4 piece here. And what we're going to do is first you're going to take these two pieces that have a little score mark across it, and you're just going to fold it in half. This. We're going to glue them to the top and the bottom like that. So I'm just going to get some glue. Okay. Some glue on this piece. Okay. All right, so as we've done before, we're just going to start folding this piece with all of the score marks. So you can fold the first one. It doesn't matter if you fold it towards you or away from you. Then what you're going to do is you're going to skip this first one, and this one here, you're going to go to, you'll see there's two wider places here. I don't know if you can see that, but you're just going to start with that wider place. So you're basically skipping one, and then once you have that, you're going to fold it up on itself like this, and then back this way. And that's going to be one hinge. Skip the next one, fold on that one, and again, going to fold it back that way, this way. That's hinge number 2. Skip the next one. Fold this one into a mountain, push it down, okay, skip the next, fold this one, okay, and then the last one is going to get folded away from you. Okay, so basically what we're going to have is 4 hinges like that. So we're going to put some score tape in between here. Just gonna get this laid down. We've done this several times. I think one of the next books I do, I might come up with a different binding system just to try something new. But this one works well, so it's okay. All right, so then I'm just going to peel this off. And I'm going to squeeze that hinge together like that. So see? Okay, so peel the next one off. Let's see. Okay. It's kind of a fast process. Once you do a few of these, it really starts to go kind of quickly because you just get used to doing them. So now we have our 4 hinges here, and what we're going to do, just put the glue back here, going to put some more tape here. Like this. And make this nice and strong. But we're also going to be using some brads in here to hold this together too, so your book will be pretty strong. So we have all those on there, and you can flatten these out to make it so you can give it a good rub. And peel these off. Getting a nice pile of peeled paper over here. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to center this both vertically and horizontally onto your piece. I'm going to give that a good rub. I'm going to fold it around like that. And I'm just going to put some more score tape here. Okay, so now we have our hinge ready. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to run these are my the binding, basically the cover papers that are going to go with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ink these up really quick and run them through my Xyron, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and you can see now I have my pieces on my Xyron here, so I'm just going to pull the longer piece off. And I'm just going to center that on my piece board here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we want to take our 2 by 8.5, and you just want to get that as centered onto your sheet as possible. You want that just be right there in the center. Okay. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to use a scrap piece of my chipboard. This is a thicker chipboard. I'm just going to use it to figure out the alignment for my next piece. So I'm just going to kind of stick this in here because I need to be able to have this bend. Actually, what I could have done, probably should have done, is put a piece of Tyvek envelope here. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't, just because I forget, but it's always a good idea. It won't hurt if you don't, but if you do, that's a good idea. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up. Let's see, I want to make sure. I'll go this way. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of lay this down right about there. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Now what you're going to do is carefully fold this over the top. And then we're going to fold up the bottom here. And you're just going to gently get that so it will fold. Okay. Then you're going to take your other piece and this is going to line up right here. Just kind of rub your finger where the fold will be. And then you just want to gently fold that up like that. Okay, so you can see we're starting to get our book together. And that's going to look really nice. Okay, so then what we're going to do, just to wrap up this little piece, we're going to get our binding in here. And you're going to basically center that where your binding is, where the binding's going to sit, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to use, I'm going to get some glue here and glue this down just to kind of hold it in place. It's not what we're going to be relying on to hold it. Give that a good little rub. And then we're going to grab a couple of brads. You can do different things with these brads. You could, I wonder, I might try and use these decorative ones just to see if they will work, because they're, I'll grab the long ones, but their stem is a little bit shorter. But it would be kind of cool if I could use them. So I'm going to see if I can find two that I like. Actually, okay. Okay, we're going to go with these. Sorry that took so long. Okay, so I'm going to try these. If they don't work, then I'm going with the longer ones. What we're going to do is I'm going to use my big bite here. And I'm just going to, I have it set at 1/8 hole. And I have it set in at the 2-inch mark. So I'm just going to put this in here. And make sure I'm along the center. And poke the hole. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. And I'm hoping that these bigger brads will work because they're kind of cool looking, since I didn't use 2 layers of thick chipboard. Oh yeah, looks like it's gonna work. Okay, I'm a little excited right now. So I'm just gonna stick the brad right through there, right through the hole. That. And you want to make sure that the stems are vertical so that you can have them go along the seam of your binding here. Okay, so there we go. We have the starting of our book, and this is going to fit perfectly right inside of our album box. All right, we'll be back with the next step. Thanks for watching.